So today, you all voted that we do some synthwave, which is perfect because what I wanted to show today is a new workflow I've been working on when it comes to mainly the Digitakt, but Dawless in general, but it will work with any sampler, even a DAW. Basically, it's just taking samples from a synth that you're doing, anything like that, something quick, just taking one sample, throwing it into a sampler and trying to just treat it in all different kinds of ways to come up with something. So if you're a subscriber of the channel, you know that I have a 4-month-old baby, and so there's not much time in the studio or in general to work on music. So I started doing this workflow, and today I was hoping to show the Minilogue so we could actually make the samples, but I was having a lot of camera issues, so we're stuck with these two angles. So the Minilogue's right off. You can hear it actually, but I won't be able to show it, so I recorded some in already. So let me just show you what I've got, and then we'll start making some synthwave. But yeah, let me know what you've all been up to in the chat. How's everybody doing? Curtis, good to see you, my friend. All right, so I'm gonna change these sounds, but we've got the drums to start. We're gonna go in 107 BPM because I really like that for synthwave. This is the main sample. It is a pad from the Minilogue that's got one oscillator up 7 semitones. So you get some really crazy sounds with it. It sounds really good, but we'll do a lot of different things, test what way we want to do it using the different machines on the Digitakt. Then we've got a piano sound from my new FM sample pack. I have an FM piano sample pack. You can check it out in the description. Sounds by Sunwarper. I'll be giving away a few codes in the comments after the video ends. And then we've got this bass note from the Minilogue. So that should work well. Oh, and a cowbell, because you can always have some cowbell. So first, let's just start. We're gonna just start with a length of 16, and then we'll expand it. I want to get the drums in first before we start messing with these synths. So I'm gonna just start with the kick, and we'll do that. Let's get the snare, hi-hat. I'm gonna do different velocities on these. Let me go to the source. Let's do 50 on these. Also do that here. I like to do the 2 velocities because it just gives it a little more dynamic. And we can even take some of these, let's take these actually and just put them off grid a little bit. Okay, and I need a little shuffle as well. All right, perfect. Now, I told you we'll change the sounds a little bit because I think this is too big of a decay for the kick. So I'm gonna go to the sample and let's go to a Linn. There we go. It's already starting to sound more synthwavy. Now let's see. I kind of like that drum. There's this one too. I like that first drum. Let's stick with the stock drum. And we'll just do some, there we go. I'm just gonna do some treatment of the sounds. We'll start getting more complicated in a second. I'm gonna put just a hint of reverb on the kick and a lot on the snare. There we go. Okay. We need an open hi-hat. There we go. And then just a random cowbell. Let's see what happens there. And I will lower the velocity on that one. And let's up the reverb. And we need to set a decay or a delay. That's perfect. Okay, so we've got a simple pattern. Yeah, Curtis, you know we got to do some cowbell, right? So we've got a simple pattern. Let's just complicate the kick a little bit. Yeah, that works. Okay, now let's go. Let's see what we can do with this. So this is just in one-shot mode. So if I were to change the pitch, it changes the BPM. So one workaround for that would be we could go into Werp mode, but it adds this kind of trippy artifacting, which can work really cool. You can kind of make it sound like an arpeggio, or something like that. Let's oh, I know what we need to do. Let's make this 64, and then let's add this. Let's just put this at the start of 1. All right. So you can see it kind of works. I was a little sloppy in my playing, so it does sort of quantize it. Smiling Air says sounds drunk. We want that. Maybe. We might want that. You can also make it a little trippier. We could even sidechain to the kick. But everything gets sidechained to that. So I'm not going to do that at the moment. Well, the other thing that I want to do, I really like the Werp mode. Repitch I don't really mess with, because it's just going to throw it into one pitch. Oh yeah, real quick. The best part about the Werp mode, though, is you can change the pitch. And it's just already set to this BPM. You can reverse it. So you can get some interesting sounds. But I think what we'll use is slice mode. And this puts everything into, if you go into the keyboard, it chops it up. Now it's only in a grid of 4 at the moment. So I'm gonna put it into like 64. Let's see what that's like. I like that. That's, I think, what we'll do. I already like that. I think we'll do that one, and then we'll start messing with the sounds. I really like the slice mode. It's probably my favorite, but the Werp is the one I actually use the most, but I think we're going to go with this. So I'm going to start recording. Oh, we have to shut that first one off, actually, because we already have that. So let's go for it. I'm going to let it run through real quick. I know you can do a pre-roll, but I forgot. Here we go. First one's way off. Alright, so I'm going to just move that here and let's set the note. I think we were doing, well, let's see what we were doing. F#4, C#4. Okay, so we'll do C#4. Here we go. Okay, so the whole thing needs some changes on that first one. Okay, let's quantize it. Now, what's really cool is I can mess with the decay time. So we just took that pad and now it's basically a pluck. Let's mess with the filter a little bit. Just doing some low pass filter and resonance. I'm gonna make it even more, a little more of a plug. Now what I want to do is drop the pitch. I really like lowering the pitch a little bit. of sounds. Let me mute everything else. Yeah, a little more. There we go. Okay, perfect. Mic is weak next to the music. Thanks, Gerald. I will raise it. Let me know in a second how it sounds. Okay, Gerald, let me know how that's sounding. I can raise it a little bit more if need be. Sorry, this before I got on it plagued by technical stuff, so I didn't have much time to do some tests. So I appreciate you letting me know. Let me know how it is now. I can raise it up if need to. Yeah, okay, better. Yeah. All right, awesome. Thanks. Let me know if it starts getting lower again, because as I add stuff, it might get a little louder. So I appreciate it. Okay, let's check out what we want to do next. So we've got bass. Got piano. We can also sample into the SP some sounds, or add a pad maybe, something like that. Gotta think that one through. But I think we'll start with just some bass. So let's see. Gotta raise the bass a little bit. Alright, I'm actually gonna bring it up an octave. Okay. And let's see what, if we throw it into chromatic mode. Might actually just record in, because I think I know what I want, but I actually recorded an F instead of a C. I don't feel like transposing, so I might just quickly record the Minilogue in. You can't see the Minilogue, but you will see what I'm going to do, because when we sample, let me discard that. What we're going to do is I'm going to arm it. Well, first I'm going to set it to 64 steps. I love this about the Digitakt compared to the SP. I can actually set how long the duration of the recording is. I don't have to just try and hit stop or then sync it afterwards on the start end. So we'll record it into the Digitakt. We can always record the bass into the SP from there and then sequence it on the Digitakt. But what I'm going to do is just hit arm, and then I have it so that only what's coming into the Digitakt is going to be recorded, not what's playing. So I can just start playing fine. Okay, let's see how this sounds. We need a little more high end on that. Cubic, what's up? How you doing? There we go. Okay, that should be better. Let me record that in. I apologize again, you can't see the Minilogue. I swear it's right to the right. That's what I'm playing right now. So we'll get that recorded, and then we'll have it in the Digitakt. So let's start over. Okay, here we go. I want some attack. I don't like that. Let's just get a little attack on it. Okay, we will filter that. Let's try this again. Okay, here we go. It already said it, so let's hear how that sounds. Yeah, I like it. That should work. Okay, so we will save that. Just gonna save it as that, and we're gonna put it on 6. We're still in chromatic mode. Okay. We can drop that an octave back. Okay, perfect. Let's just put that right on 1, and we need to fix the amp. It looks like it's set already. Okay, perfect. Let's get the filter. Now let's take a look. What would happen if we just put that in Werp? Let's see. So it's kind of quantizing this, so that works. Let's hear it with the kick and snare. Kind of makes it arpeggiated, so I think we'll keep the Werp. So this is actually what I had originally hoped to show, just actually sampling. So we actually did get some of what I was going for. So just do quick samples, don't worry too much about the timing, and then quantize it if you're in a DAW, or use something like Werp on the Digitakt, and you can just get a recording, get an idea in real quick. You don't have to worry about all that stuff, and then just keep creating, right? Because like for me, I have maybe 20-30 minutes usually at best to get in the studio, so I just want to record a couple things and make it. So that works perfectly. And then what I love too, if you mess with conditional triggers, things like that, you can really, even though you're only working in one pattern, you can cause a lot of variety. Parts come up, come down, they don't happen, things like that. So things to consider if you're short on time or you got a busy schedule coming up. Try things like this. It works really well for me. Okay, next thing I want to test out is automating the filter on this. So if we hit record, we can automate the filter and cause it to change when it's playing back. But before we do that, let's see. Well, actually, let's copy this pattern over. So let's do. I think you just, what do? You gotta. It's been a minute since I've used the Digitakt. There we go. Okay, copy pattern, and we'll put it here, and we'll paste pattern. There we go. Okay, so we've got an extra one if we ever need to fall back. Yeah, you could also do that reload pattern. I like to have multiple fallbacks. Just good to always have plan B and C. So let's check out what happens when we start doing the filters. Could do LFO too. Yeah, now it's there. You can see the yellow means there are triggers there, but there's no note. Okay, next up, what I want to do is go to the first LFO, and let's do just light tune. So it's just going to mess with the pitch just a little. So if we go extreme, crazy. But I just want a little bit. So it's just kind of drifting in and out of tune, just a hint. Okay. Contemplating sampling the bass into the SP to do a little color, because it's got a lot of high end, not a lot of low end. But let's shape the kick a little bit. A little more distortion on that snare. Okay, perfect. I'm happy with that. So let's check out the piano. So this piano is from my new sample pack, Harmonic Hues. It's all FM pianos, and I'll be adding a couple more piano algorithms over the next couple weeks. If you want to check it out, the link should be in the description at soundbysomewharper.bandcamp.com. But I'll be putting some download codes for this sample pack in the comments after the video, so make sure you stick till the end. But let's see what we can do. So this is I believe the low velocity. I have a low and a high for this algorithm that I made. So we're just going to add some overdrive, and I think we just go here. Now I think I can do it. Yeah, pre-bar. Okay, so let's turn on the click because it'll give a pre-bar, so I don't have to just run through the whole thing before I start recording. So I like that. Okay, that did not do a. No, that's why. Okay, let's hold off. Okay. Really loud, I know. We'll lower that. Shut off the automation. Just seeing. I want it to ring out a bit. Seeing what some effects sound like. I gotta tell you, I'm pretty happy with where we're at. I don't know if I want to add much more. I think the next step would be to start pattern sequencing. Could do that. The other option, like I was saying, is just doing more conditional trigs or adding some synth pads and things like that. I'm almost wondering if I want to. We're not using the SP yet, besides I think I have, yeah, cassette and compressor on the master, and then just doing some effects when we finally jam. But I'm contemplating, let's just see, let's sample in a couple things and see what's going on. I'm gonna just sample, let's do, I'm just seeing what we have, what options I could do. Yeah, I want to put that in. Let's put that in the SP, and I'm gonna do. Not 404. No, let's do. We're doing warm saturator. Believe, let me check, but I think the input effect, yeah, is going into bus 1, and I'm not doing parallel routing yet, so let's go here. Now bus 1 goes into 2, and then they both go into 3 and 4. So we can add some stuff. Let's see, what do we want to add? My plan is I'm gonna just record this in, and then I want to see if we can do something trippy with like some sample chops. Okay, that's just crazy. Let's try that. Let's see what we can do, because maybe we can sample chop it into parts and then go from there. So I'm gonna do record, go into here, it's on wait. So all I have to do is hit this and it starts. There we go. Okay. All right, I want to see something. So let's go to chop and let's just do auto mark. Let's do a time division of 8. And see what it does. That could be something. All right, let's put that in. Let's just see what we get. Let's go assign to pad. Perfect. All right. I'm just seeing there's some trippy sounds in there. I almost want to see. I wonder if we can get, I don't know if this is going to go anywhere. Let's see. But I want to see if we can resample this without dropping the low end and just get that trippy sound. So I'm going to just get high. Oh, external. Right, let's get everything back on. Okay, I think we can get something there. Put it back to... I really like that little like loud high-pitched sound in that, but I don't like that low end. But let's just resample it. Let's see what happens. Super Creamy says, I just copped a Digitakt to pair with my 404. First time with an Elektron instrument, and I found it a lot easier to pick up than I thought. That's awesome. That's great to hear. Yeah. Someone was messaging me or commenting on one of my other Digitakt SP videos about the Digitakt, and I mean, it looks awesome. I went the Digitakt route because I wanted to have all the sampling capabilities. Because I like sampling. You can't see it, but my Dawless desk right here, I have all my different synths and stuff. I like to sample those in like we're doing today and then mess with it. But yeah, the Digitakt looks crazy awesome for sure. What have you been doing with it? Are you syncing it with the 404 with MIDI like this, or are you just doing it like seeing what's what, just using it for effects? I'm curious because yeah, there's a lot of ways you can do it. Those Elektron boxes are pretty crazy. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, Super Creamy says I have a Hydrosynth sample from that I sampled from as well. Yeah, Hydrosynth is awesome. Yeah, very cool. All right, let's just see. I wonder. This could be okay. I know I'm taking a while to do something that might not end up as anything, but I think that could be a cool intro, right? Just like, and then go into the sound. I don't know, maybe. Let's resample one more time. I know this is madness, but I appreciate you exploring it with me because this could be something really cool. All right, let's see. Okay, here's what I want. There we go. Okay, crazy. We might even do one more. Perfect. Yeah, Super Creamy, that's the way to do it. You can probably use more than one of the 4 voices. So the way the Digitakt works, I have a video if you want to check it out on my channel. All 8 channels of the MIDI on the Digitakt, and I believe the Digitakt has like 12 channels and they can all be set to MIDI. If you do MIDI type A on the SP404, every bank is a MIDI channel. We're about to do that in a second because I'll show you, but you can actually control the same bank or all the different banks on each MIDI channel. So if you can set more than one MIDI channel on the Digitakt, you can have more than 4 voices of polyphony. So like you can have each of these as 4 voices on the Digitakt. It should be the same on the Digitakt. Not completely sure, but that's how I know they're all kind of similar in that like trinity of Digitakt, Digitone, and Digitakt. So you can probably get more than that. Check it out if you do. But I think this is perfect for an intro back to this. This is what I wanted. We just need to, we're going to resample it one more time, and then we'll be good to go. Gotta let it ring out. Perfect. Okay, now we can delete all of these copies. And there we go. Super Creamy says, yep, I saw you can even control the FX parameters with the LFOs. That, I don't know, but if you can, that's awesome. I'm going to have to look into that because that would be huge. Do you mean control the SP effects with the LFOs on the Syntakt? I assume that's what you mean. And yeah, that's awesome. I'm going to have to check that out because that'll be definitely the next step in this setup that I'm doing if the Digitakt can do it too. And like I said, I think there's a lot of parity between all three of those machines, besides obviously the sound differences and stuff like that. All right, so we've got our little intro. That's perfect. AK10 says you can assign knobs to CCs and then assign the LFO to that knob. Ah, perfect. Yep, okay. That's what I'll be doing next. Not today, but in another thing, because this, yeah, works on Digitakt too. Awesome. Thanks, AK10. Perfect. That's good to hear. That is good to hear. Okay. All right, so I think we're almost done with all this stuff. I just want to add, before we go any further, that all of the samples that I'm making today will be available to all channel members. So if you want to get any of these sounds, just check the join button next to the subscribe button, and you'll get all these samples after it ends, and I export all of them. And then also the Solar Sailor tier, they'll be, all of Solar Sailors will get the new sample pack, the piano that I'm using here. The FM piano harmonic Hues. But anyways, so I think this is perfect. I want to do a really long attack. I wish we could do longer. Let's actually chop, because I think there's a little bit of silence. Sometimes I find with the SP, it adds a little silence when you resample or sample in things, even if you do it synced. There we go. That's perfect. All right, so we'll just truncate that, and we're good to go. So, shut off gate, because then we only have to hit it once. I'll real quick just show the MIDI syncing. I don't think we're going to need it. But if we go to just a MIDI channel, and I'm just going to hit function, click A, and then we can choose. So MIDI sync A, like I was showing, each bank is a channel. So we're in C. So if I go to MIDI channel 3, which would be C, it will work. So let me just go to track. And there you go. So if I go down, so that's another way, if you're short on time and you're trying to sample, use the sample machines on the Digitakt, throw that sample into the SP and chop it up like we did. You can use auto chop and just set it and then just control it. Because I like controlling the SP. You all know I love the SP, but the Digitakt sequencer is awesome and a lot more just gels with how my brain thinks in sequencing. So it's a really cool way to use these two together. Anyways, that's MIDI syncing. I think we're about done. So I think we'll just jam out, and then yeah, normally I would do a couple of different patterns and stuff like that, but I find right now I don't have much time, so I do the song creation one day, and then the next day when I get a chance in the studio, I start setting patterns, and I do like a song mode, or I just do pattern chaining. You can choose, I don't know why I keep going here, but you can choose, if you do patterns, you can just either hit them and it'll just play them in succession, or you can do song mode. I'm still learning the Digitakt. I only got it like a month ago and haven't had a lot of time. So these live streams are kind of the chronicle of like learning more and more of utilizing the Digitakt to its full potential. I can get it to do all these sorts of things that I really like, but I still wouldn't say I know everything about it. So that's why I appreciate everybody in the chat, like AK10 showing the CCs and stuff. That's definitely the next adventure. So yeah, I'm going to jam out. Like I said, channel members, you get all the samples, and I'll also do a full jam once I finish making this song. That'll go for channel members. But yeah, I appreciate you hanging out. If you want to get this new piano sample pack, Harmonic Hues, check the comments after the video. If you leave a comment, I'll hit you up with the code. Yeah, So this piano, if you want that piano sound, it's a lot of fun. It's a really cool piano algorithm from the Vocal FM I made, and I'm gonna add a couple more over the next few weeks. There's some loops as well. Now let's get out. It sounds like there's, oh yeah, external sources on. Let's shut external source. I was like, the low end's off. That's because EQ was low. So we'll just, you know what? Let's do a little 303. Just a little. Really fatten up the sound coming in from the Digitakt, and we'll add some wow and flutter. A little more wow and flutter. Make it nice and old sounding. And if anybody is curious for the bus 3 and 4, I kind of use it as mastering, but we're also using the external source, but just a little cassette sim. I love the wow and flutter, especially going for synthwave, and then compressor just at 75 on 0. Definitely adds a lot. That's probably my favorite mastering chain. So there we go. All right. All right, there we go. All right, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all next time.